Maddie.
I'm Morgan.
And welcome to another episode of Ripped from Reality.
And today we're going to be talking about our personal experiences with the paranormal. Starting off, we're going to talk about somewhere that I actually lived for, I think, a little under a year. And we like to call this, when we talk about it, the Connecticut house. Exactly. So, I forget the month we moved in, but we definitely moved in around like July, August of 2013. Things that we witnessed have stuck with us for a while.
It's kind of traumatizing.
A little traumatizing. To start off, the first night that I stayed in this house, I think I was coming home from my dad's, and everyone had already started moving their stuff in, so like, I went upstairs to my room. I was moving my stuff around. It was time to go to bed. It was like 8 or 9, and I was really thirsty. So I went downstairs to the kitchen, got myself a cup of water. Mind you, the sink, and we'll put pictures in later, because I found pictures of the house. The sink was up against a wall, like underneath a window, and the rest of the kitchen was behind you when you're looking at the sink. So I'm facing the sink, got my water, turned around. In the middle of this kitchen, I saw a figure that had to be like 4'8", 4'9", like probably up to 5'3", with like this little like top hat fedora thing on. Standing there staring at it, like, okay, it finally like kind of went away, and I walked back up the stairs, went back in my room, drank my water, somehow got myself to sleep. And that was my first night in this house. And mind you, this house was built in like the 1700s.
Question.
A little.
What was the house before it was a house?
Oh, yeah. So this house was one of the first, like, school for the deaf. That was this house.
Alright, we will get to my very first and last experience because I never showed up again after this one night. There was about 5 of us sleeping over. I don't know, we were being kids. We were jumping on the beds, we were dancing to stupid music in the living room.
Because we're amazing.
Because we're dumb.
Listen.
If you guys know the game of noses, it's...
If you have siblings or any older cousins, you know the game.
Alright. So,
over anything.
We played this game of noses as to who went downstairs to get all of the people a sandwich from the freezer. One of those little Uncrustable things.
Mint.
So of course I pulled the short straw. I touched my nose last. So I was sent down in to retrieve these sandwiches that now I realize weren't even worth it because they weren't that good. So I'm walking down the stairs, and as I'm walking down the stairs, I just feel drained. And it's weird for like a 13, 14-year-old to feel like that after like dancing around and jumping around and just having so much energy. It was like the second from the last step, and as soon as my foot hit the floor, it was just... So I go to get these sandwiches out of the freezer, turn on this little chandelier light that was in the kitchen, because apparently that's a thing in old houses. It's absolutely disgusting. Mm-hmm. But first time I went to pull it, it did not work. That should have been my first... that should have been when warning.
You went back up the fucking stairs.
That should have been it. But no, what did I do? I pulled it again, and it worked. Probably just some electrical issue. That's what I'm going to tell myself. So it worked. I opened the freezer. I opened the freezer on this side of my head, so the door opened this way. I can only see out of this eye. So I see something out of the corner of my eye. Like, it was black, and it was kind of like dark and smoky. It had a weird like blob shape to it. So of course I turned and looked at it. Wasn't there. I was like, oh, start rubbing my eye. It's just something I saw at the corner of my eye. I shut the freezer, and as I turn around to go turn off the light, who turns off the light before they run up the stairs? That's how you die. So I do that, and I am I am face to face with the exact description of what Morgan told me that she saw when she first moved in.
Mind you, I hadn't told anyone that I had seen this until I moved out of that house. I think I told my mom when we moved to our new house that I had seen it. Because, what are you supposed to say? Even though she believes it, and, like, I knew she would have believed me, like, it's
Hey, Mom,
awkward.
there's a monster in the house. To see it for the first time
Yeah.
as yourself and not, like, in a dream, not someone telling you something, but to see it yourself, to physically, like,
Yeah.
open your eyes.
It, like, literally puts you into this state of mind of being, like, I wanted this, but, like, do I really want it now? And, like, I never got any bad vibes from it, because after that, I started trying to get more into feeling things and seeing things, so, like, I try to do that as much as I can. Now, we're not the only people who have seen this.
No.
My mother has seen it as well. Other things that happened in this house, you would be so... I had 3...
All right.
Hang on.
Yep.
So my mom's boyfriend at the time had 3 kids, and that's who we were living with. There were 7 of us in this house. One of their bedrooms was downstairs, and then there were 2 bedrooms upstairs. The master bedroom obviously went to my mom and her boyfriend at the time. The 2 bedrooms upstairs were connected by a door in the middle. And mind you, these doors had, like, latches. So, like, if you've ever... Yeah. If you've ever been in, like... I don't know if it's just old houses, but, like, there'll be a lock on the front door.
Huh? Anywhere. That's old.
Anywhere, yeah. And then, like, it'll be, like, it's always, like, you hear the click. There was a door in between the rooms. 2 of us technically were in each room, so I tended to stay in one more room more than in there, so they were, like, it was out. Whatever. We divvied ourselves up.
What'd you just say?
I don't fucking know. Wait. So there was a... Hang on.
Not speaking English.
I don't think I was... Okay.
Continue.
Just get it out.
Yep, it's out.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep. Are you?
No. So the 2... I can't. Holy shit.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I need to know that. Okay. So, stop making
Okay. Ready?
Doorknob. But the main doors for them, I saw it. The main door for both rooms were latch doors. And if you've ever seen one, like, there's a little spot where it latches. Gates kind of have the same thing. And they are on a lot of old doors. I was sitting on the bed with one of my other step-siblings. We're sitting there watching YouTube, and all of a sudden, no one else was home, mind you. We hear the click, opens. We didn't get up to shut it. We didn't move. If it hadn't been fully shut properly, it would have opened before then.
Yeah, and those
And,
latches
like,
were old.
The whole house just gave off this
Bad.
vibe.
Ugh.
And, like, my mom would sage the house. She got me and my brother cross necklaces, would teach us, like, prayers.
The other experience I had, it's very, very short, very simple, but, my youngest cousin was staying with us at the time. It was me, my stepmother, my dad, my 3 little sisters, and then my cousin and my uncle, his dad. So, he slept in my bed, because he didn't want to sleep anywhere else, so he slept with me in my bed. So about 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I'm in a dead sleep, everyone's asleep, but this is my house.
Yes, her house.
And I just hear laughing. So I look over, and sure enough, my little cousin is sleeping, but he's laughing like that really generic baby laugh that you hear in, like, movies or shows or anything. He was doing that, but sleeping. It was like, oh, whatever, he's probably just dreaming. I go back to sleep. I feel him arise from his sleep, like, just like the fucking Undertaker. He just rises. And he points to the darkest corner of my room and starts laughing. Like, okay, first of all, nothing's funny. You are laughing at what I hope is nothing. I just gently placed my hand on his forehead and lowered him down. And he went back to sleep. That was it. That was the only really sketchy and messed up thing that I think happened in my house. And besides that, I don't know.
Experiences together here. So my house.
Yes.
There's a boiler room. And
fucking boiler room.
whenever you hear there's a boiler room, you know it's going down. Used to be like this door with a glass window in it. We currently took it out and now it's just an archway.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. People would think this is a smudge. It's not a smudge. You could look at that frickin' window when it was closed. And I'm not kidding, because there's been like, what, 3 of you who have seen it too besides me?
Yeah.
There is a face in that window.
The bottom right corner.
Changed it. Always the bottom right.
Bottom right corner.
And everyone, like, I would try to wipe it away. Maddie tried to wipe it, like...
I went in with some Windex, and nothing moved. And it was only during the daytime that we could not see it.
Maddie, like, has the same thing I do, where if you're feeling something, because you can feel energies, everyone can, you will wake up from your sleep.
Dead sleep. Sit
Me
up
and Maddie one day, what was it, 3 in the fucking morning?
3 in the morning on the dot.
We both sat the fuck up. Sat up and looked at the freaking door. Like,
Same
we
exact
knew.
time.
It wasn't planned. It was so I know, I'm getting like
Goosebumps. Look at
I'm
that.
getting chills. But like you it's a bad feeling sometimes. But like now I've gotten used to the feeling and like I trust him. We call him Samuel. I don't think you like that I gave him a name.
No, it's not a fucking pet.
But there was one day where I'm home alone and like there's people, and I think you'll understand this. Things can sometimes just like come to you.
Yeah.
Like you hear it and you're like, that's what that is. It's a gut feeling, it's the whatever you want to call it. I have this thing where I'll randomly be like, dead silent and I'll be like, yeah, that's true. And I'll like,
I do that, but to myself.
There was one day I'm sitting at home, chilling. Suddenly I went, Samuel? And I have this feeling when I feel like I'm right about stuff like that, my stomach drops, my heart stops, my throat clenches up, and I was like, that's his name. His name is Samuel. That's why I gave him a name, but like my mom taught me, stay stronger, you'll be stronger than it. So I've been staying strong. He knows it's my house. So that's some of our personal experiences, most of them I think. Hopefully we'll get more.
For more.
Hopefully we'll get more, and hopefully we'll get them on camera.
We've got past the whole terrified thing. Now we just want to understand
And when we're going out, we are going to be taking protections so that we don't bring anything home.
Yes.
We are not about that
I
part.
have a too small apartment. I can't have any more kids.
And that is the end of our personal experiences video. So, if you want to see us get scared or possibly pee our pants, then
make sure to follow, like, and smash that notification button.
Until then,
keep it creepy. So, we originally started filming this video about our personal experiences in my attic at my house. It was daylight out, so I was like, alright, fuck it, let's do it. Here is what happened.
Now, before I play the video, we cut it down to the part, like, so that's like a minute long of what we were talking about beforehand. We were talking about the Connecticut house and the figure that we saw, that we told you about. After I say, if you don't believe us, as soon as I said us, the video cut. It stopped filming, her phone turned off, and the video was nowhere to be found. And then, what was it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later?
Yeah, it just showed up.
It randomly showed up on our phone. And we dropped it in our Google Drive as quick as we could so that I could edit it and put it in this video for you. So enjoy that.
Make sure
And then-
to pay attention to the very last words that she says before the video cuts out. Again, we are talking about the figure at the Connecticut house.
Yes, and we did try to see if there was anything in the video that we could see. We couldn't, but if you see anything or hear
Drop a
anything that we
comment.
didn't see, drop the comment.
Also, just drop a comment if you're, especially if you're from Rhode Island and
Yes.
you know of anything that, go ahead, dare us.
Yes.
Dare us to do something.
We
and
have a
we
list
will
of
do it.
places and stuff that we want to do, but we want to hear what you guys want us to do.
So
We're
make
ready.
sure to drop a comment. Again, pay attention. And I see it right in front of me, and it was the exact to the T, the exact description that Morgan has previously stated about the man in a top hat,
Yes.
face to face with
Now,
this
mind
thing.
you, before you say we're trying to make this up,